Now I bought this about a week ago and it has just turned up. It's a Rotel amplifier, an RA-310. Now I think this amplifier was made 1971, 72 and 73. So it's a proper vintage amplifier and it's 15 watts per channel into 8 ohms. Now I know that doesn't seem a lot, because if you got a modern amplifier and it was only 15 watts per channel, it would have no power whatsoever. But these vintage ones, although it's only 15 watts per channel, this will have a fair amount of power. The way they measured the watts years ago is very different to how they measure them now. I've got some vintage amplifiers that are only 6 or 8 watts per channel, and believe me, they are loud. You would never believe that they are only rated at 6 or 8 watts. So I've just clipped my camera onto my new tripod, and let's open up this box and see what I have actually bought. Because in the listing, it did look in nice condition. There is no damage to the outside of this amplifier, but it is not working. Apparently, when you turn it on, you get some distorted noise coming out of it, and then it cuts in and out. And also on the listing it said a couple of the buttons at the front do not feel right. Or not the buttons, the dials. I can't remember which ones it said, but it said one of the dials on the front is really hard to turn and feels really stiff, and it said another one feels really loose. And there was a lot of photos of it on the listing, and the actual amplifier itself did look in nice condition. Now there was no pictures of the inside with the lid off, but because it is doing something, you're getting some sound out of it. It might be distorted, but it is doing something. That sort of tells me that it is probably all complete inside. Because if it had parts missing inside, it probably would be doing absolutely nothing. So the fact that you can get some sound out of it sort of tells me that the chances are this thing is all complete inside. And I've just felt the weight of it then. For a small amplifier, this thing is really heavy. So it's probably built like a tank inside this old Rotel, because it is only small, but that has got a lot of weight to it, this little amplifier has, which is a good sign. When amps are heavy, that normally means they got a nice big transformer in them, and the build quality of them is really good. And it should be good quality, this little Rotel, because in the early 70s, Rotel was building some really nice hi-fi equipment. So all the Rotel stuff from the 70s is nice, well-made, quality hi-fi equipment. And they still make some nice hi-fi equipment now. So Rotel, it is a good company, and it has been going a very long time. So as you're starting to see now through the bubble wrap, this has got nice wooden end plates on it, a nice silver faceplate, and then it has got the black top with a big air vent on the back. So let's get rid of the remainder of the bubble wrap, and then we shall have a look at the nice little Rotel RA-310. And it has got a nice big thick power lead on it, which is good to see. So let's have a look at the front. And I'm looking at that now, and it does look in really good condition, this Rotel. There is no scratches on the side wood panels. I can't see any scratches on the front, so it looks in really good condition. So I'll just unclip my camera off of the tripod, and then we'll have a closer look at the front. So let's try the buttons, see what they feel like first. Yeah, they feel alright. All them buttons sort of feel okay at the front. So let's see what the pots feel like. That bass one feels alright. And that treble one feels okay. Balance feels nice. Oh, that's the one. The volume, that's really hard to turn and it feels really gritty. So that's the one that's not right, the volume. That's really stiff to turn. There's something not right with that. So that will definitely need looking at, that volume. Oh, and that selector, that is the one that it's loose. It feels like it's moving okay, and it is selecting, but can you see that? Look, it's rattling. That is really a lot of movement in there. If I touch that, that is just wobbling about. So there's something not right with the volume and the selector. Both of them will need looking at. But that is exactly what the seller said. That is exactly what it said on the listing. One dial is hard to move and one of them is loose. So let's turn it round and have a look at the back. See, even the back on this, it does look nice condition. So it's got the screw-in speaker terminals, and you can put two sets of speakers on this, and it's got the two types of phono input, depending on if you've got a moving magnet, or the other one is for if you have a ceramic cartridge on your deck. So it does look in really nice condition, this Rotel. So if I can get this working and bring this Rotel back to life, I reckon this will be a really nice little amplifier, because it has got a good look to it. It's of its time, isn't it? It's got that look of an early 70s amplifier. So the next thing to do will be open this up and run right through it. Now I know 100% that volume needs doing, because that is not right. That is really stiff, and it could even be that the shaft's bent on that volume, and the selector there, look, that's really wobbling about. But that could just be it needs tightening up inside. There might not be much wrong with that selector, but there is definitely something wrong with that volume. And that could be the cause of its problems. If there is something in that volume causing it all to seize up, or the shaft is bent, that alone is quite capable of making this amplifier sound really distorted. But I wouldn't think it would make it cut in and out. My money's on the selector making it do that. If the selector is just loose, that could make it cut in and out because it is not making contact properly inside. Or it could just be something as simple as a loose connection somewhere, or a bad fuse making it cut in and out, or it could be something a lot more serious. We shall have to open it up and find out, and that's what I will do. So if you're interested in finding out what happens to this little Rotel and seeing if I can get it back all singing and dancing and working properly, then I've done another channel. It's called Rattlesnake Workshop. There is a link somewhere on this channel to it, and that is where I'm going to repair stuff and fix stuff. So this little Rotel will be on that channel next, where we open it up, go right through it, try and find out exactly what is wrong with it and fix it. And then give it a good deoxin, give it a nice clean out, check all the connections, give it a service, and then if we can get it working properly, it will come back to this channel where we will run right through it, find out what it sounds like, see if the little Rotel RA-310 is a good amplifier or a bad amplifier. And we'll try lots of different speakers on it, find out what sounds good with it and what doesn't sound good with it, find out what it likes and what it doesn't like. So if you're interested in that, all that will be on this channel, and then the other channel is going to be just like repairs and servicing stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to get the little Rotel working, because I am looking forward to getting it in my cabinet and putting it through its paces. But that is only if we can get it running nice. But hopefully I can. At the worst case, it may need a new volume pot, so I may have to order some parts for it or hunt the parts down. But you never know, it might not even need any parts. And even if that shaft inside is a little bit bent, you might be able to straighten it up if you take it all apart. So hopefully we will get the little Rotel working properly again. Because look at it, it's lovely, this Rotel. It deserves bringing back to life because it is in really good condition. And you got to think this thing is from 1971, 2 or 3. So it's over 50 years old, that amplifier. So it definitely deserves some love and bringing back to life. So if you are the sort of person that loves seeing these old amplifiers brought back to life, like seeing them opened up and seeing all what's inside them, then please check out my other channel. It's called Rattlesnake Workshop. But if you don't like all that and you just really like the hi-fi reviews or looking at the speakers and that, finding out what's out there, running through stuff, finding out what works with what goes well with this, what works with that, what hi-fi stuff's good, what stuff is not so good. If you're more into that side of the audio stuff, then please just stick to this channel, because that's what this channel is all about. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one.